Hello everyone and welcome to this brand new video, and today we are going to be building this locomotive here, which is the Alton Hall. In the next video we might build these Mark 1 coaches, although I'm not too sure about that. The next one could also be the GBS I've got over there, the steel one, either in weathered or unweathered form. So I quite like those as well. I think those could also do well. Could also be like one of the hoppers or something like that. It might be some city stuff, but yeah. This here is a red hall class, like the one found in the Harry Potter movie. One used in that movie is called Alton Hall. I do not know its number, but it's from a Great Western engine, then ran under British Railways, and the red has never been worn in service, because that's a like movie thing, not something an actual hall class would ever be found in during regular service. Anyway, we're going to start out with there we go. I'm going to get that bogey, and that's the same as on that one. There's a triaxle with the crate style. This is a triaxle with like the cylinders, and that's like a long one, so you have this distance between here. And this here is just a normal medium standard bogey. So then we're going to place two blocks like this, and we are going to get schematic cannons. It's very important that you make the schematic cannons face inwards like that. And we're going to remove those. Then we're going to get stacked half layers and slices, and also the other half layers that are below here. Right, and then we're going to get that as well. It's a normal half layer. It's going to be black copper wrapped locomotive inside of that. We're going to repeat the same on the other side. Then we're going to place one more half layer up here, and that's going to have a black locomotive smoke box in it. And those will have a kind of line and rivets towards the top of the cylinder. Then we're going to place out with these bites here, and these are going to have smooth deep slate columns in them. Then we're going to put another layer of bites up here. With some mangrove corner trims, and then it's going to be metal brackets like that. Then we're going to get some headstocks, that, and screw-link couplers in the middle. Then we're going to get some slices here, and these are going to have some deep slate corner trims in them, like this. Then we're going to get these like frame collapsible copycat blocks that have mangrove wood in them, stripped mangrove wood, that are whacked into this kind of shape with a framed hammer. Since that takes an awful lot of time to do, I'm not going to show that on camera. Then we are going to get stripped mangrove wood, like that, and this is going to be the running board of a locomotive. We are going to place this out for quite a bit. It's going to go to this block here. We are going to do the same on the other side. So like that. Then we're going to get some mangrove wood, and strip mangrove wood, and we're going to place it in these Copycat stacked half layers like that. Then we're going to get thick inlaid coal blocks and place like this. And that's going to go like throughout the entire locomotive, like that. And also we're going to place the same on the tender. And we're going to get the same kind of block and we're going to place it in this shape. Let's see. Yeah, this should be fine. In this kind of shape, like this. Now we're going to remove the inner bits there since they clip into the wheels. One important thing is to have the seats and the blaze burner and the driver. Yeah. So we're going to have this here, one like that, blaze burner, and a one like that. One very important thing to have is a whistle and a tank, and we are going to hide that in the tender. We place that one into a frame and then a whistle there. That you can set to whatever pitch you want. I'm going to set it to the biggest since that's the only one I have that works for a steam whistle, since the other ones are changed to electric locomotive horns. You can have whatever pitch you want and whatever size you want really, as long as you like it. Then we're going to build up with 2 eroded coal blocks and then like this. Never mind, just one, like that. Then we're going to build up stripped mangrove wood on each other of the blocks. The other ones are going to be enclosed mangrove planks. That's going to go up there, and it's going to be stripped mangrove wood there and there. We're going to get an oil burner smokestack there, and a framed half pillar there. We have the same block as the frame, so the thick inlaid coal block. On the front we are going to place white panels like this. The top one is going to have red brass wrapped locometal, and the lower ones is going to have thick inlaid coal blocks like that. Now onto the boiler. These are going to be filled in like this. Then we are going to get copycat layers here. In real life you can see on the boiler how it kind of slopes down a bit, and that we're going to have on our Minecraft locomotive as well. Then we're going to place these in here. So in real life the engine has like some kind of lining, and I think that looks quite good on this one as well. A little bit of detail on the boiler. Then it is time to get the dome in. It's not like a proper dome, but it's like some kind of dome thingy. So that's going to be on this block here, the backmost kind of lined block. It's going to be 3 layers in thickness. Then we're going to get 2 copycat corner slices like this, and a bite like that. The corner slices are going to have some of these enclosed mangrove wood, the same as on the lines and everything. And then it's just going to be like that on the bottom. That's for like storing the sand, if I'm not mistaken, for a locomotive when it's like wet track, when there's leaves on the tracks or the tracks are wet or something like that. You need sand to be able to get a good grip. Just a board, and then we're going to get mangrove wood and mangrove planks, and on the bottom is just that. Yeah. So the top ones are going to be some copycat stacked half layers like this. Go out 1 pixel. Then the bottom is going to be just bites. The top of like bites is going to be like that, and then the bottom is going to be like that. And here we're going to have a natural mangrove there, and then it's just going to be these. These here is important that you shift click so that they get the correct shape for the locomotive. So it looks correct. Then we're going to repeat this step to the other side. Now we are going to place in the handrails, which is going to be made out of metal brackets and industrial iron sheet metal. So the first thing we're going to do is place in the handrail itself, like this. And this here is going to be filled in with industrial iron sheet metal, rotated like this, so it connects. This is like the one like if it was facing like this. Then we're going to get the brackets and the bites. So the first one is a 2 block space, and the other ones are 1.5 block space. These are going to have metal brackets in them, like this. Now it is time for the detail, like kind of at the running board here. Wait, I actually forgot to place in a running board on this one. That's a mistake I have to rectify. We're going to get these smooth deep slate columns in these Copycat layers, and we're going to place that all along here. For the actual running board part of the running board. Since that is a mistake I made on the original locomotive. So we're going to, above these wheels, we're going to place like this, and that. Side of the middle ones, we're going to have enclosed mangrove planks. The exterior ones are going to be the mangrove trims, the corner trim, like that. And then we'll repeat the same step to the other side. Now the boiler running, let's see, there's one detail we still haven't done, and that's this little thing. I don't fully know what it's for, but it's there on the real Alton Hall, so we're going to place it on our Minecraft one as well. Some kind of support bracket, I think, for the boiler. Could also be for like some kind of pipe with sanding or something like that. Now the locomotive is done, and we're going, like the boiler and running gear and everything is done, and now we're going to move on to the tender, which is, in my opinion, the simplest, not tender, but the cab, which is, in my opinion, the simplest part of the locomotive. We're going to start out with these vertical half layers like this. And these are going to have enclosed mangrove planks in them. We're going to place these here as temporary blocks. Now we are going to place the corner, a vertical slice there, and a vertical slice there. We're going to place one more temporary block there and there, and these are going to be half layers. This. Now we can remove those temporary blocks and place in Copycat boards. These two can also be removed. Then we're going to get some stripped mangrove wood in Copycat bites and place that like this. But we're going to remove an inner corner like that. We're going to have these slim mangrove windows to the front, and to the sides we're going to have clear leaded glass. And then here we're going to have enclosed mangrove planks again. And Yeah. Then we're going to have another enclosed mangrove plank there. Same on the other side. Then we're going to get the corner trim and some stripped mangrove wood, and that is going to be placed in bites, or bite panels, like this. And we're going to build out 4 of these bites here, like this. These are going to have a deep slate corner trims in them. That, and then it's going to be some deep slate, sanded deep slate, yeah, like that. And then we are going to get some Copycat layers and place it like this. Now we're going to get a Copycat half layer like this. We're going to get more sanded deep slate. This is going to be sanded deep slate. This is going to be brackets. These brackets are going to be facing inwards, and then it's going to be a blank deep slate carving, and then a cut blank deep slate there. And now we are done with the entirety of locomotive. I think the only thing left is to rotate the bogey. Now we're on to the tender, which is the more detailed part of at least the undercarriage there is going to take some time. So we're going to begin by building up like this. Going to basically build up the entirety of this with just bites. Obviously, if you want to skip all of this annoying building, you can find it on my Patreon, like usual. Yes, these are going to be facing upwards and downwards, like that. Same for the edge here. Then we're going to have one more downward facing, another downward facing here, there, and it's one more downward facing there. Then it's 2 non-filled in ones. Then it's one more downward facing, one more there, and then one final one there. These are going to be filled in with corner trims like this. Now we need some simple deep slate pillars, so we're going to place 3 of these. That, 2 of them in the middle. That, and then 3 again here. These here are going to have metal brackets going inwards. Behind this you can kind of do whatever the hell you want. I'm going to put like this, so we hide up some of the stuff behind it. I'm also going to make a second layer of this to make it more hidden with everything behind this. Oh. And this here is going to be mirrored to the other side. Obviously, if you are building this in survival but creative by hand, you can just like repeat that step to the other side. It's going to be mirrored like this. So you want it looking like this. On the back end, you want these corner trims like this to represent a little ladder that is there in real life. And on the front, you want these bites. I think. See if I can place a bite. Yeah, these bite panels like this. There's going to be 3 of them. This. Bottom 2 are going to have deep slate corner trims. Top one is going to have mangrove. We're going to place coal there and there. Then we're going to stack out with 2 half layers for the entirety of the tender, basically. That. Then we're going to get some coal. Rough coal blocks I use for my tenders. We're going to fill in this like this, basically. Then we're going to be building up like here, covering this whole side in this white panel. So we're going to just extend this all the way along here. And some of these will be temporary, others will not. You see which ones are temporary and which ones are not later on. To make that kind of shape, and you want another one here. This. So once that's done, you'd want to get more headstocks. The headstock there, and the headstock over here. And we're going to repeat the same step to the other side. Just cover all of this in white panels. So it looks like that. Then we're going to do the same for the back. That. Then we're going to place some more temporary blocks and get it looking like this. Now we're going to remove a top layer of coal and 1 coal block there. That one will be replaced by a smooth deep slate column. And let's see, yeah, it's Copycat slabs. We're going to get 5 Copycat slabs and place them like this, and put smooth deep slate columns in them. Then we're going to get a black hand valve here. Bites. We are going to get some bites with enclosed mangrove in them, like this. And then you can just go wild on your coal. I don't really care what you do, just make it look good. And usually it's like a higher level towards the top. So, like, not towards. Obviously it's a higher level towards the top. Complete fucking idiot, and my English is really Englishing well today, it seems like. Anyway, we're going to get some more enclosed mangrove planks here, and yeah. So like that, and then we are going to get enclosed mangrove planks again, and some mangrove planks panel, and also some polished mangrove planks. So these here will be mangrove planks panel, same as that there. The rest will be polished mangrove planks. Let's see. That there is. It's panel on the top as well, right? Yeah. This here will be the panel. It will go all the way across to there. And then the rest is gone. Most of the rest will be this kind of stuff. Except for 5 bytes there that we will leave empty, so it's 3 bytes from that end and 4 bytes from that end. Then we're going to get some of let's see, enclosed mangrove planks like that, and then a mangrove corner trim like that. We're going to do something similar on the back, like this, and like that. Then we repeat this to the other side. And we're going to get some Copycat stacked half layers in place like this, and this is just going to be planks panel, really whatever the hell you want. Then we're going to get a bracket there, place it in, like that. We're going to get some white brass wrapped locomotive and place in the middle, and then it's going to be red brass wrapped locomotive there. And the same on the other side. Like that. In these ends we will have these industrial iron supports. Like this. The orientation is not that important. But never mind, I forgot this. This will also be filled in with just polished mangrove planks. Just like this kind of smooth mangrove texture. These will be placed out too, and then there will be some industrial iron supports in those. Now I think we are ready for glue. Never mind, there's one thing we're missing, and that is this slice above the cab windows, corner on the end of the roof, like that. I'll just have a quick look over here. We're also missing this, which is like, yeah. So we're going to get some headstocks. The lighter ones will be with a buffer, and the middle one will be with a screw link. If you want to piss Americans off, you can put a knuckle on it, and they will scream at you. They hate knuckles because apparently it's yeah, not prototypical. Yeah. So we also need to make those and close, or like kind of turn off that connected texture. And yeah, I think our Alton Hall is done now, except for the glue, which on this locomotive is really simple. We're just going to make a glue box like this, and like that. And all of the tender is going to be one glue box as well. So from there all the way up to there. And obviously I'm missing something, and that is there, like always. I forget something when building. Like that. Yeah. And now we can assemble that. And now the Bogey is flipped. Let's just take that up to here, and this obviously looks a bit weird on really sharp curves, so I advise you to make big curves when running steam locomotives that are glued like this. Otherwise, if you want this to work not shit on like really steep curves and like sharp curves and steep grades, you'd have to modify it so that this front Bogey is glued as its own thing, but then bits of a running board here would follow it, and that also has to be removed later on. But let's just take that for a test run. Everything seems to be there, and yeah, just bring it in and remove those two blocks, and then we are finished. Maybe do not go down to Clumps. Stupid. Here. There. There we go. Now our locomotive is finished, and there will be some images of it on screen or something. I don't really know. Yeah. The download is on Patreon. I think the locomotive is free, but the wagons will be paid until I release a tutorial, if I release a tutorial. So go over there, link is in description. Links to shaders is also in description, and mod list as well. So yeah, I'll see you all next week.